Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Marilyn Darling Show, and welcome to another episode of the Diamine Inkvent calendar. How is everyone doing today? Are you having a nice day? I hope you're having a nice day wherever you are. Today we're looking at day 5, and we have Marie Rose. It is a standard ink. It's very nice. Just gonna gather my papers and wait just a second to see if anybody comes in. How is everyone doing today? Are you having a nice day? I hope you're having a nice day wherever you are in the world. Today, we're looking at this brown ink. It's like a tan brown ink compared to yesterday's. It's got minimal amount of shading, which is interesting. Okay, so let's take a closer look at this. Turn the light on so we can actually see what we're looking at. Ooh, the color is just a little off. Let me just no, that's not it either. There we go. That's what I needed. So here's our ink of the day. There we go. Okay, that's about right. So it's a little bit tannish, brownish ink. Maybe just like 1 or 2 ticks. 2. 0. Yeah, okay, so it's not having a problem with today's ink, so that's good. Nice brown ink. Here's our ink swatch. Let's do the water resistance test, see if there's any water resistance at all. Okay. What did I do with my thing? I don't know. Alright. All of these seem so far to have just a little bit of water resistance. So that's very nice. So you'll know that if you put it down, it won't automatically just disappear, which is very nice. Okay, here's our 2 toilet paper chromatographies. This was done with water, and this was done with rubbing alcohol. Here we can see that there's like a pink middle bit, and like an orangey bit, and a yellowy bit, and a greeny bit. And then over here we can see there's that pink, and then the like an orangey-ish pink, and then yellow, and then bright pink on the outside. Or like maybe like even a purple. But I don't see any green coming out of this one. Maybe just a teeny weeny little tiny bit. So that's very interesting. Here we can actually see like a rainbow of colors. The red, the orange, the yellow, and the green. And then right here we can kind of see that little bit of green coming out. Just a teeny weeny bit. Very interesting indeed. I was not expecting green to come out of this at all. Okay. Here, let's do some paper review. Here we have the Pen & Gear heavyweight, the Pen & Gear envelopes from Walmart. I'm gonna bump up the brightness just a little bit so we can see. Very nice, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Most excellent. Rhodia dot pad, 80 GSM. Nice little bit of shading, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Excellent. Maromon Demostheny, 80 GSM. Beautiful. Ooh, minimal bleeding and ghosting. JNB Copperplate Graph Pad from JohnNeilBooks.com. Nice, there's no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Perfect. HP Premium 32-pound copy paper. Nice shading, no feathering, minimal amount of ghosting. Perfect. 5-star Mead. This is a Mead 5-star notebook paper. Little bit of. There's just a little bit of feathering right there. And bleeding and ghosting. This is the Pen & Gear heavyweight notebook paper from Walmart.com. Little bit of feathering and bud to the page. Oxford single subject notebook paper. Looks really nice, no feathering. Ooh, a little bit of ghosting. CVS Caliber filler paper from CVS Pharmacy. Beautiful, no feathering, no bleeding, barely any ghosting. Perfect. This is the Jot envelope from the Dollar Tree. Nice, no feathering, no bleeding, barely any ghosting. Perfect. Aerofol 75 GSM. Looks really nice, no feathering, minimal amount of ghosting. Perfect. Kokuyo writing pad. Nice, with a little bit of shading, a little bit of ghosting. Hobonichi tablet. Nice, no feathering, no bleeding, barely any ghosting. Perfect. And the Pelican Hub notepad from Pelican Hub. There's got a little bit of feathering going on all over this thing. But no bleeding, no ghosting. That's excellent. Out. In. Here we have Muji notebook paper. Nice, no feathering, no bleeding, minimal ghosting. Target deal-worthy notebook from Target. Best 43 cents I ever paid. Nice, no feathering, little bit of ghosting. Perfect. Anecdote notebook paper. A little bit of shading, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Excellent. My bra is falling off. Arthur and Olive 160 GSM notebook paper. So nice. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Most excellent paper. Leuchtturm 120 GSM notebook paper. Beautiful. Minimal shading, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Excellent. Most excellent paper. M. Choi 120 GSM notebook paper. Hi, Obs. How are you doing today? You're doing fantastic. That's great. There is no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Perfect. Most excellent paper. Here we have the Jot Journal from the Dollar Tree. I don't know why I did it twice. Don't ask. We're not going to ask a question. No bleeding, no ghosting. I clearly had a dumbass attack. Wexford Walgreens Pharmacy. Nice. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Perfect. Midori MD paper. Nice shading, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Excellent. This is Salala. It's got lots of spread and bled to the page. Nothing surprising there. Daiso Premium Notebook Paper from Daiso, Japan. Nice, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Excellent. 68 GSM Tomoe River. Nice, no feathering, no bleeding, minimal ghosting. Perfect. And last but not least is Leuchtturm 1917 80 GSM. Nice, no feathering, no bleeding, minimal ghosting. Perfect. Most perfect. This is a really cooperative ink so far. Except for the Salala and a couple of other bits. Okay, let's do a comparison panel to see where this ink lies. Oh, this box is getting heavy. Okay, what color is this? That's a good question. Is it orange? Is it brown? I mean, it might be on the north end, the south end of brown, and the north end of orange. Okay, so let's check out the orange first. If you need to slow down, you can hit the space bar, use the JL to go forward, backward 10 seconds, the comma, the arrow keys to go forward, backward 5 seconds, and the comma period to go back and forward 1 frame at a time. Okay. This might be an orange ink. A little tan for an orange ink, but we might find a couple in here. I don't know if it's going to be a brown ink. It might be. Like I said, the south side of brown and the north end of orange. Okay, earth brown is more brown than this one. Whiskey gold is kind of brownish. California poppy's kind of close. So in about a week, I'm going to Disneyland. I hope I'm going to Disneyland anyway, to hang out with some friends and get some pictures for next year's, for next year's, Christmas cards. So, speaking of my friend Manda, there she is. Rather, there we are with Santa Claus a couple years ago. Isn't that nice? So I made a whole bunch of Christmas cards. If anybody wants a Christmas card, it's gonna be late. That's just all there is to it. I didn't get around to going to see Santa Claus early enough this year. But if you want one, I will send you one. Amanda, I think I sent yours, so check your mailbox in about a week. I just realized that I didn't take a picture of a lot of the postcards that I put out. Okay, this one's just a little bit darker, maybe like 1 tick. This armored Adobe is kind of orange. Oh. Keon Key is kind of close. Monarch's too dark. Coraline to Egypt's too dark. And T's too dark. And that's it for the oranges. Let's take a peek in the brown department just to make sure that we're not forgetting anything. Okay, this might not be a brown at all. So I'm going to go very fast. If you need to slow down, you can use the space bar, JL, arrow keys, and comma period. Golden brown, no, that's like the north end of brown. Brandy snap, this is like a brown, huh? I mean, this is like an orange, huh? I don't even think I have any brandy snap. I might have sent that to Gary. I can't remember which ones I sent to Gary. I sent something to him last year-ish. No. Diamine sienna. Kiowa. No. 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 Okay, this is an orange ink. It's definitely an orange ink. Yeah. And this is going in the orange department because it's way too orange to be a brown. Hi, David. How are you doing today? Are you having a nice day? So, I have a big announcement. Has everybody got your pantaloons on? Is everybody wearing your Depends? I hope so. Hope you're all sitting down at least. I have discovered how to take apart this pen. This is the Monteverdi MP1, and originally it's not disassemblable. Well, I did it. I figured out how to take it apart. And I'm going to show you what I did. But just know that don't do this unless you feel comfortable. And maybe do it outside or near a bowl of water, somewhere that's going to be fire resistant. Okay, so I took my lighter and I lit it and I went right underneath this part right here, and I just kind of went like this and rotated it so that way it would become warm. And then I took some little small these and I twisted it, and I managed to unscrew the piston and be able to pull it out. There are not very many threads on this piston, which kind of freaks me out, but there it is. I got it apart. And you do not want to melt the plastic. You just want to warm it up because there's a little tiny bead, a very tiny bead of glue. There's a little tiny bead of glue that's on the inside of this thing, and I'm going to try and show you. Oh God, please. So, you can see on the very inside that there's this ring, right? And you can see on the inside there's these grooves where the screw starts. And you can see that there's this white stuff on the inside. That's glue. So as soon as you get it unscrewed, you gotta take a little toothpick and then gently scrape out all of the little grooves, all of that glue that they put in there. Just gently, scrape on the inside of where that glue is. Get all of that glue out, and then blow on it, or wash it. Careful, And then what you can do is you can clean it, wipe it all out, wipe out the piston, make sure it's clear of debris. Make sure that the piston and are clear of debris, and that the piston is nice and clean, and there's nothing funny going on with the piston. Okay, so then what you're going to do is going to take a little bit of Goulet silicone grease. I'm going to just give my little thing a whizzle, okay? And I'm going to paint the sides so that way it runs smoothly along this piston. Okay, make sure that's tied down. It doesn't matter if you tie that down or not. I'm just gonna go rinse this again because I don't want any ink behind there. Okay, so now that you have a nice clean piston, you can take and clean this as much as you need to. You can use soap and water, okay? And then you're going to take and you're going to re-grease your piston to get a chunk of grease and just kind of paint it on there so it's nice and thick on the inside between the two walls. See, there's a little wall there and a wall there. You got to paint it in between the walls. And I just kind of dab it on there. Okay, till there's a nice chunk of silicone on there. And then I'm going to take a little dab of that silicone, and I'm going to clean out the little grooves on this see, little tiny grooves. There's like barely even enough grooves on here, but I'm going to put a little dab of silicone on here so that way it goes on smoothly. Okay, and then I'm going to take, and it's keyed, so if you put this key, there's see the little flats, you can put those little flats inside of those little flats. And then you can shove it together, and then all you have to do is hold on to the ring and screw it down hand tight, finger tight. Doesn't need to go on there too excessively, and then you can just run that piston up and down, and there you go. Now it's maintenanceable, which was my #1 gripe about this pen. But I saw somebody, they were like, I'm just gonna throw this away, so I might as well experiment. I was literally gonna throw this in the trash. But I was like, you know what? I've seen other people use fire to get nibs out of vintage pens, which I do not recommend. I've seen people use like a heat torch, a heat gun to get grip sections out of vintage pens. So I thought, well, maybe there's just a little tiny bit of glue in there, and I was right. There's just a little tiny bit of glue in there. So I might be better next time if I put like a goulet grip around this and then use this to get it off. Or if I had stickier fingers, I might have been able to just twist it off. But if you do use the fire, it's going to be hot. It's going to be like boiling hot. So don't use your fingers. Use some like gripping material, or like a goulet grip, or put the goulet grip around here and then use the... But you got to do it like really fast. Just woo woo woo, and then put the grip and then undo it really quick, because you don't want that you don't want that glue to re-harden before you can get that little ring off. Anyway, I've totally munked mine up. You can see all of its teeth and everything. But whatever. This is like this. I wanted a TWSBI Eco that had a 6 size nib. But no, they have 5 sizes that are piston. I don't want a vacuum pen with a 6. I don't want it. Anyway, so now I'm going to fill this pen with my favorite black ink. This is Private Reserve Velvet Black. I have no idea why this is so mucked up. We're just going to change this out then. Change this out because we have the technology. We have the technology. No. I have one that's already started. Where is it? There you are. Ugh. In the hole. Get in the sleeve. Beat you with a stick. I'm gonna use this. Okay. Hopefully this one won't get that mucked up now. I mean, it might get mucked up again, but there we go. So my favorite black ink is Private Reserve Velvet Black. Put this away so I can have this space. Then we're going to put that in there. Open this up. Put our piston down. The reason that I wanted this was because I wanted to be able to put my gold Yovo semi-flex nib in there. so I could have a very controlled amount of ink going down on the page. Sometimes, not always, we have inks that are not very super cooperative. Yay, I did it! Yay, I did it! Winning! I'm not too jazzed about the round grip section, but we're gonna choose acceptance today. Also, this is just a note for everyone who is watching who is a part of the OC Pen Club. We will be having an OC Pen Club meeting on December the 20th at 1 p.m. at Sports Basement in Fountain Valley. We will be in the sandbox that's way in the back of the store. So, if you are in town, come say hi. I will have all of the ink and some paper and some pens, and we will have a lovely time playing with pens, ink, and paper. Isn't that nice? So, okay, here we go. Oh, I got black all over myself, whatever. Isn't that nice? So nice. Would anybody like me to write their name? Okay, we'll just do a couple. And we'll do simply obs. Is like so fine you can barely see the hairline. Extra, extra, extra fine line. Just copied this so I can use a G. A G. I don't know what that means. Frenchie's mom. And who else do we have in here? Oh, Amanda. So, there we go. Very nice. Anybody else? Am I missing anyone? Let's see. Frenchie, David, Amanda, okay, I think I got everyone. If you are watching the afterplay, let me know in the comment section below. I'm very curious to see if anyone who watches and who watches live and who watches the after party. The after party. Lol. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the little announcement that I had. I finally have a use for this pen. Isn't that great? Yay! Yeah, so just be very careful. Very small heat amount. Just enough to get that little bubble, that little bit of glue to soften up so you can crank it open if you're interested. So, okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I've got for today. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope that you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Like, comment, subscribe. Ring the little bell. Make sure it's set to all, so when I upload new content, YouTube notifies you. Don't forget to check out the links in the description. I'd like to give a huge shout out to my members. Cynthia, Caesar, Frenchie, David, Rahul, Kate, Artboy, Vermilion T, Simply Obs, Lynette, and Cutting Art Folk. If you'd like to become a member, you can do so for as low as 99 cents a month. Don't forget to check out the social media link tree. Join the Discord, share your pen, ink, and paper journey over there with us. And if you'd like to save 10% off on your next order to Atlas Stationers, I am an affiliate. When you use my link, you get a discount. And I get a small commission so that I can make better content for all of you. That just leaves me to say, get out there and enjoy your life. Be with the people you love. Tell them you love them. And I love you to pieces. Have a great day. Okay, love you, bye.